Listen up, traders. If you've ever stared at your account after a tough month, feeling that quiet ache in your chest because all your hard work seems to slip away no matter what you do, then this is for you. You've heard the stat 95% of traders lose money, and maybe you've wondered why. Why do so many smart, dedicated people pour their hearts into this game only to end up frustrated, broke, or walking away? I'm not here to throw numbers at you or make you feel worse. I'm speaking from the scars of my own journey, from the nights I questioned everything after another loss wiped out my progress. Today we're going deep into the 5 mistakes that keep 95% of traders losing. These aren't the flashy errors you see in headlines. They're the quiet, hidden habits that slowly drain your account and your hope while making you think you're just one good trade away. I've made every single one of these mistakes some for years, and they nearly broke me. But facing them honestly, one by one, finally set me free. It turned my trading from a constant fight into something steady, peaceful, and real. Stay with me through this whole message, because uncovering these mistakes isn't about shame. It's about healing, taking back your power, and stepping into the trader you were meant to be. We'll start with the first two, the ones that hide in our dreams and drive us to push too hard. The first mistake that keeps 95% of traders losing is chasing the dream of getting rich quick instead of building something real and slow. We all start with big hopes, pictures in our mind of freedom, no more boss, a life where money works for us. Those dreams are beautiful. They're what pull us in, but they make us impatient. We want it now, so we take bigger risks than we should, jump into trades that feel exciting but aren't safe, and switch our approach every few weeks looking for the magic that will speed everything up. We think if we don't grow fast, we're failing. I lived this mistake like it was my life. I had scraped together a small account from extra jobs and skipped nights out, convinced this was my ticket out. One good run and I'm set, I tell myself. So I'd push bigger bets on trades I felt sure about, holding longer for that extra profit, ignoring the little voice saying, wait. And when it went wrong, as it often did, the loss hit hard. Not just the money, but the hope. One time I had built up a little cushion after months of careful steps. The dream whispered, now's your chance to make it big. I risked most of it on one move. It failed. I was back to almost nothing, sitting alone in the dark, tears coming because I'd let impatience steal my progress again. That night hurt deep, not anger at the market, but sadness at myself for not seeing how hurry was my real enemy. The truth is, gentle but true, real growth in trading comes slow, like a tree putting down roots before it reaches for the sky. Chasing quick riches blinds us to the power of time and steady steps. It makes us take chances that wipe out accounts before they have a chance to breathe. When I finally let go of the rush, when I accepted that small, safe gains week after week would add up over years, something shifted inside me. I stopped forcing. I started protecting. My account didn't explode, but it stopped dying. It flattened, then edged up. Those small steps became my new dream because they were real. They were mine. Letting go of get rich quick isn't giving up, it's growing up. It's choosing a path that lasts. If you're stuck in a chase, know this, 95% stay losing because hurry steals their future, one desperate move at a time. But you can choose different. Embrace slow. Let it heal you. Your real wealth is waiting in the patient days ahead. The second mistake that quietly destroys 95% of traders is letting feelings run the show instead of staying calm and clear. We think trading is about being smart, spotting the right moves, knowing when to jump in or out. But underneath, our emotions are pulling the strings. Fear after a loss makes us too scared to take the next good chance. Greed after a win pushes us to hold too long or risk more to grab extra. Anger after a bad day leads to wild trades just to feel in control. Boredom on quiet days tricks us into forcing something that isn't there. These feelings feel normal, like they're part of us, but they turn small setbacks into big disasters. I was ruled by my emotions for longer than I want to admit. A losing trade would hit me like a wave of shame. I'd feel worthless, angry at myself and the market. I'd jump into the next one too soon, trying to fix it, only to lose more. A winning streak would make me feel like a king greed whispering, keep going, make it bigger. I'd push, get careless, and give it all back. The cycle wore me down, not just my account, but my spirit. One rough month I lost more than I could afford because fear kept me out of good trades and greed kept me in bad ones. I ended up staring at the screen, exhausted, wondering why I couldn't just stop the emotional storm. The beauty is that you can learn to feel those emotions without letting them decide. It's not about turning them off. That's impossible. It's about pausing, breathing, asking yourself, is this fear talking? Is this greed? When I started doing that, when I chose calm over rush, trading became different. Losses still came, but they didn't drag me under. Wins felt good, but they didn't blind me. I started making choices from a clear place, not a stormy one. This mistake keeps 95% losing because emotions create chaos where calm is needed. But facing it brings peace you didn't know was possible. It's touching how something so simple, learning to feel without following, can heal the hurt and open the door to real growth. As we keep going, you'll see how the next mistakes hide in our daily habits, quietly holding us back from the consistency we crave. Building on that inner storm of emotions and the rush that blinds us, let's turn to the mistakes that live in our everyday choices. The ones that seem harmless, but quietly build walls between us and the profits we've fought so hard for. These are the habits we don't even notice until they add up, and facing them opened my eyes to how close I was to breaking through all along. The third mistake that traps 95% of traders in loss is taking too many trades, chasing activity instead of waiting for quality. We live in a world that praises being busy, always doing, always moving. So in trading, we feel like real pros when we're in the market constantly spotting every wiggle, jumping in on every little chance. Quiet day with no trade feels like laziness, like we're missing out on money that's just sitting there. So we force it. We take weak setups that look good enough, lower our standards just to feel the rush of being active. Each of those trades might only lose a little, but they add up small drains on your account, your energy, your focus. Over weeks and months, the constant churn keeps you spinning without going anywhere. I was guilty of this more than I want to remember. My early days were full of trades, sometimes 10 or more a week. I'd convince myself each one was an opportunity. Better to be in than out, I'd say. But most were noise, not signal. The small losses piled up quietly, eating away at my capital without me seeing the pattern. The real hurt came from the exhaustion, always watching, always deciding, always second guessing. I felt busy, but I wasn't building. One year I looked back at my records. Hundreds of trades, thousands in fees and small losses, net result barely breaking even. It broke my heart, not because of the money, but because I'd wasted so much time chasing motion instead of meaning. The loneliness of feeling like I was working hard but getting nowhere was heavy. The way out is simpler than it seems. Learn to love the wait. Trade less. Wait for the moments that feel strong and clear, the ones where you don't have to convince yourself. On quiet days, close the platform proud, knowing you're protecting your money for something real. When I started doing that, taking only a handful of trades a month, the change was profound. Fewer decisions meant clearer ones. Small wins started staying in the account. The peace of not being constantly on edge touched me deeply. I had time for life again, family, rest, joy. This mistake keeps 95% losing because busy feels like progress, but it's often just noise. Letting go of overtrading brings the quiet strength that lets real growth happen. The fifth mistake that silently holds back 95% of traders is ignoring the power of looking back with kindness, skipping honest reviews of what happened, or beating yourself up when you do look. We think trading is all about the next move, the next chance. So we avoid looking back. It's painful to face losses or mistakes. Or when we do review, we do it harshly, calling ourselves stupid, weak, hopeless. That harshness makes us defensive. We avoid the truth to protect our feelings. Without gentle review, the same errors repeat. The same habits keep draining us quietly. This mistake kept me stuck longest. I'd end sessions and jump straight to something else. Anything to avoid facing what went wrong. When I did review, it was punishment. How could I be so dumb? That voice made me hide from my own lessons. The shame built up, making trading feel like a burden instead of a path. One low point, after a string of losses, I forced myself to sit and look back, but kindly. What went well today? What can I learn without judgment? The difference was like night and day. Patterns showed up clearly. Impatience costing me most, patience paying most. I started growing. Mistakes became teachers, not enemies. The kindness in review healed old wounds. It turned trading into a journey of becoming better, step by step. This mistake keeps 95% losing because without looking back gently, we stay blind to what's really holding us. Embracing kind review opens eyes and hearts, letting progress flow in ways that feel real and warm. These mistakes, the rush for quick wins, emotions running wild, chasing constant action, ignoring kind review, quietly build walls that keep 95% from the profits they've earned through their hard work. But facing them isn't the end. It's the beginning of something freer. As we wrap this up, remember, you're closer than you think, and letting these go is the gentle step toward the trader you've always wanted to be. We've walked through the quiet destroyers, the impatience that blinds us, the emotions that pull us off course, the busyness that drains us, and the avoidance that keeps us repeating the same hurt. But here's the beautiful part. These mistakes aren't chains you can't break. They're habits you can release. One gentle choice at a time. And when you do, the path to profitability opens up not as a distant dream, but as something real you can feel building inside you right now. I've been where you are, lost in these silent traps, feeling like the market was against me when really it was my own unseen patterns holding me back. Letting them go didn't make me perfect. It made me human, calmer, wiser, steadier. My trading stopped being a fight and started being a flow. Losses came less often, wins stayed in the account longer, but more than the money, the peace came back. The joy in small steps, the pride in showing up without the old weights dragging me down. If you're feeling that ache right now, know this. 95% stay losing. Not because they're not smart enough or hardworking enough, but because these mistakes hide in the shadows. Stealing progress quietly. You've named them now. You've seen them for what they are. That's power. Use it. Start small. Choose patience over rush today. Feel your emotions, but let calm decide. Wait for quality instead of forcing quantity. Look back kindly and learn. These changes will feel hard at first, like letting go of old friends, but they're not friends. They're thieves. Releasing them frees you to become the trader you fought, to be the one who builds steadily, protects wisely, and finds peace in the process. You're not part of the 95% anymore. Not if you choose different. Your journey is your own now. Walk it with heart. Protect your progress. Celebrate the small shifts. And remember, profitability isn't a destination. It's the quiet strength you build along the way. You've got this. I'm proud of you for facing the truth. Keep going. The best days, calm, consistent, real, are waiting just ahead. One gentle step at a time. Stay strong. Stay kind to yourself. The trader you've dreamed of is already waking up inside you. Let it happen. Peace and profits to you.